You may log in with Google because you have a Google account. I'm logging in as another student so that you can see what it looks like. You would choose your name from that list. This is an intro to your assignment. You should read it. After you read it, click Got It. This is your reading assignment. Now let's look at what is available to us. It gives us the title, What is a Fable? It tells me when it is due. I can choose the font size if I would like to make it larger or smaller. I click one of these buttons. I made it super large, make the words bigger for me. I can click Read Aloud. If you feel like the text is a little difficult, you can click Read Aloud and it will read it to you. If you are able to read it yourself, that's the best alternative. This highlight, it will show you how you can annotate or take notes on what you are reading. You'll notice it's got some greenish blue squares as I'm reading. These are to show you what words mean. It says wise. If I didn't know what that meant, I could click on the number 1 and it would pop up a box that would tell me what wise means. To make it go away, click the X. That way, when you're reading, if you're a little confused, the program can help you understand. Now, I need to read all of the words, even this information as an intro. And then I read through the first 2 paragraphs. You'll notice that I can't see the words anymore. That's because this little circle Q1 is a question. It's going to ask you a question once you've read the beginning of this. I'm going to click on the question, and it says, which of the following is not a quality of a fable? You need to read the answers and choose the one that is not. Be very careful here when it says not. Which of the following is not a quality of a fable? The answer is in these 2 paragraphs. Now I'm going to choose princes and princesses as not a quality of a fable. And it tells me I got that question correct. And look, I can see the words now. I would continue reading until I got to the end, and there's another Q2. So that means there's another question. After I read these 2 paragraphs, I would click Q2. And it would ask me the next question. The fable about the ant and the grasshopper teaches readers to, and again, the answer would be in the text. The fable about the ant and the grasshopper teaches readers to always be prepared, is I think maybe what I would choose. Oh no, I got it wrong. It tells me incorrect, try again. Work rather than play, help others in need, or rely on the kindness of others. I'll try work rather than play. I got it right this time. Notice it says continue. You'll need to click continue. And it says you've completed the guided reading questions. Begin assessment. It's going to give me an assessment of what I just read. Notice it tells me how many questions there are right here. It leaves the story on the screen, so please look in the text to find your answers if you're a bit confused. What is the central idea of the text? That means main idea, most important idea. You choose an answer. Fables are lighthearted stories about animals meant to merely entertain readers. Fables are old stories with lessons that people no longer tell. Fables are stories about animals to help readers learn important lessons. Fables are better than fantasies when telling stories that teach important lessons. I believe it's C. Now this one's not going to tell me if it's right or wrong. Which quote from the text best supports the answer to part A? Part A was the question I just answered. So which one of these quotes supports the answer that I chose in A? Now remember, in A, I chose that fables had stories about animals that taught lessons. But if you couldn't remember, you could click the back button so that you could see the question again. Long ago, people wrote many fables. For example, in one fable, there is a crow. It wants to get a delicious fruit. Fables have a moral. A moral is the lesson that teaches. The grasshopper learned a lesson, so did everyone who read the fable. Well, I need to check. Fables are stories about animals to help readers learn important lessons. Which quote supports my answer? I said something about talking animals. I'm going to choose D. Which of the following describes how the information is organized? When a writer writes anything, they put it in a particular order. Could be in time order. It could be in cause and effect order. It could be in any number of different kinds of orders. The author defines what a fable is and then provides examples of different fables. The author compares her favorite fables and her least favorite fables. The author provides examples of fables and then provides a definition of a fable. The author describes fables and other forms of popular literature. Let's see. She starts out with what a fable is. And says, for example, the tortoise and the hare. She gives more facts about a fable and then talks about the crow getting his fruit, tells that a fable has a moral, and gives another example. I would say A. In this area, you're going to type an answer. How do fables differ from other stories? That means, how do you think fables are different from other stories? And you click in the box and you are going to type your answer. Please, please, please remember to use capitals and periods. To use a capital letter, you have to press the Shift button on your keyboard at the same time that you press the letter you want to capitalize. How do fables differ from other stories? Fables have a lesson built into the story. Other stories are just written to entertain me. Save. Now it says submit your assignment or go back. If you're not sure of your answers, you can go back or you can submit your assignment. And it tells me you've answered all the questions and it's asking me if I'm really sure I want to submit. And this is the screen you will get when you are finished. Assignments to do, grading in progress, completed assignments. Now, you are going to have several of these fables to read. You will have 3 this week. I'm not sure if it's going to assign it to you 1 per day or if it will assign the second fable to you after I have graded the first. But now you know how to go through the program. You will have 3 separate fables to read, and next week you will have 2 more and a final assessment. If you have any trouble, please send me a message. I hope this video helps. Now that you've finished that CommonLit assignment, I want to show you where the following assignments will be. Inside the same CommonLit assignment link you see here, I have included all 3 assignments for the week. What is a fable? That's the one I just showed you. The sheep and the pig, zebra and wasp. Now you're going to be reading these 3 fables. I want to show you what your end assignment is going to be. So let's take a look at this. Final assessment. What lessons can fables teach us about life? In your spiral notebook, I need you to take notes as you're reading on each story about how it answers this question. What lessons can fables teach us about life? In each reading that you have, I would like for you to record how it answers this essential question. So in What is a Fable, you need to jot down a few notes about what fables can teach us. The text evidence section is for you to include the paragraph number where you found that information. So in this article, if you include that fables teach a moral lesson through the telling of a story with talking animals, you need to write the paragraph number that you found it on. Each story should answer both questions. In The Sheep and the Pig, what lessons can fables teach us about life? You need to record those answers because you're going to use them next week in a final assessment, and you can use these notes to help you write that. It will be a 1-paragraph essay that answers the essential question. Over the course of this unit, you have read 4 fables and 1 informational text about fables. Use the evidence you have gathered to answer the essential question: what lessons can fables teach us about life? Share at least 2 lessons you learned from these fables. Answer the prompt in a complete 1-paragraph response. Use your graphic organizer to help you and write your response in the space below. Use complete sentences. Cite evidence when appropriate. For virtual students, I will provide you with a virtual response page. For in-person students, I will send you home with this piece of paper so that you may work on this at your house. I hope that you have a great day, and if you have any questions, please ask. Have a great day.